going on, everybody? It's your boy Pitts Sports Zone, Bowie TV, coming to you live. Listen, it's going down all things HBCUs. And who else better to start it off with them Bowie State Bulldogs? We coming to you, Bowie State Bulldogs, total access. We got the Morgan State Bears. Listen, all HBCUs information, all HBCU news, sporting events, updates. You get it live here with Pitt Sports Zone, Bowie TV, Comcast Channel 77. Verizon Channel 11 is going down. Don't you miss a beat.
Listen, it's only the beginning because it's early still.
And
we're going to be here all day.
All day.
What's going on, everybody? Y'all know what it is, man. I'm your host, Pitts and Push Sports Talk Radio, Pitt Sports Zone, Bowie TV, coming to you live yet again. We got the coach, Ricky Holden, Claflin University head softball coach. The Panthers is in the house. How you doing today, coach?
Good. How you?
I'm good, man. Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, man. It's been a little bit.
Yo, man. So we about to see each other in a couple of weeks, so I can't wait. It's exciting. I can smell the softball grass in the air. Listen, we going to jump right into it. But I think last time, man, I had a different format. I didn't get to ask you all the questions that I'd ask everyone else. So I want to start you off a little different, give you a little icebreaker out there as well. I'm not sure if I did it. So if you can, what's your favorite food, Coach?
My favorite food is going to be hibachi. I can eat hibachi any day, all day, anytime.
Hey, listen. I'm with you on that one. Some scallop and some steak and scallop.
Man.
Okay.
There's something about how it's cooked on the grill.
You know what's crazy, man? They just opened up a all-you-can-eat hibachi here in Maryland.
Okay.
Crazy. Matter of fact, do you guys come to Bowie State this year?
No, we don't, but I'm going to be in Baltimore this year.
Oh, well, listen, I'll make sure I get you the name of that spot in Bowie. So what is your favorite vacation or a dream destination trip?
Mexico always, man. It's just something about Cancun, about being on the beach, that relaxing, just all-inclusive. You don't got to worry about nothing. You get up, do what you want to, eat when you want to, relax when you want to. Just put me by the water, but Mexico always going to be a go for me, always.
Is there a particular location in Mexico, like a resort? Like I know a resort, it's a adult-only, adult-only resort. It's like that. I'll give you the name afterwards because I ain't giving them no free promo on the set. Lastly, man, do you have a favorite professional team?
What sport?
Football.
Man, they be making me mad, but I'm a diehard Cowboys fan, man. They get on my nerves, but I'm riding.
I understand your frustration. I understand it. And then y'all just so happen to send y'all old coach to Pittsburgh like we wanted him.
Yeah, and listen, I don't know. Look, you better I'll just keep it Mike at that point.
Bruh, you know what? I don't even want to talk about it no more. My anxiety's starting to kick in again. Welcome back, man. It's been a minute since we sat down. It was after the 2023 championship game that I believe that we spoke.
Yeah.
2024, I'm sorry. And, let's just go ahead and jump into it, man. Let's start with this current team now looking into the fall. When, looking back at your fall practices since fall ball started, what growth and improvements have you seen in your team's performance and chemistry?
They're more locked in. I feel like that team bonding, their team gelling. That season, after you talked to me, it was 11 freshmen, 1 senior. So I got 9 juniors on the roster, 3 seniors on the roster. So it's more leadership across the board. Those freshmen, those seniors and juniors, them been to the championship, they know what it feels like, but we keep coming up short. So they can taste it and like, yeah, we got to do something better. Like we got to work harder just to get there, have that mentally, and just be there.
When you said you got more upperclassmen this year, and you talk about the chemistry. How has it been allowing and watching those upperclassmen take the reins and pass it down to the underclassmen, and how the culture is supposed and how the practices are conducted?
I think they've been doing well with it. Of course, getting freshmen in, they trying to learn the system, trying to learn how to navigate with school, understanding like, hey, this is different from high school. Like you got 6 a.m. workouts, you got individuals during the day, then we got practice in the evening, then you got to go to study hall, you got to go to your classes. Like so, it's basically like taking them under their wing, gelling them, and getting them ready just to even come out for practice, but then pushing to say, hey, you got to level up. Like we compete on a higher level, so you gotta
Yeah.
catch it real fast. So it's like we're gonna give you a little grace, but we expect you to catch up to us.
Can you share any moments during fall practices or even some of your fall ball? Any moments or standout moments that you have seen just from practice to the game, regardless of wins, loss, because, fall is the preparation, is getting yourselves. You got freshmen coming in. You're getting them integrated with the college taste of ball as well. Can you share any moments that you've seen in your team where you've looked and was like, okay, we definitely improved in this area in which I was looking for. Now we can add to it, but start to focus other places.
Yeah, I want to say when we played South Carolina State in the fall, like the defense and the pitching was gelling. Like everything was on point. Like we basically went into the seventh inning battling with them about everything with our defense, making the plays when we needed to be all right. My pitchers are on point. My defense is on point. So now a lot of the stuff we need to worry about is our offensive game and how our strategy going to be for offense and go from there.
Talking about South Carolina State, I believe they're one of the schools that will be at the HBCU Invitational, Softball Invitational in Covington, Atlanta this year. And last year, I believe you played in the HBCU College Invitational. What was those moments like for your team last year playing against those D1 schools, and how did you feel that it has contributed to some of the success in the competition amongst your team?
I really believe like us going to that tournament last year, it was only us and Fort Valley in it, so we had to play up. So it basically showed my team like, hey, it's like when you doing travel ball. You're 16U, you want to play 18U or all high school. So it's basically what we did. Like, hey, we're looked at as the D2 school. We're playing the
Yeah.
D1 school, so the expectation is for you to play up and play at a high level competition. So when we played those games, like the atmosphere, once they got the jitters out, I'm like, hey, we can compete like at a high
Yeah.
level and just gel through it. So it gave us a lot of background on us to show us like, hey, when y'all really want to play, y'all can play. Like it ain't no we don't know. Like, no, you just not finna just beat us. It's what we always say, like, we'll show you respect because of who you are, but we ain't afraid. We gonna come and play. So that's just the mindset. But my team mindset is for your team to beat us, you gonna have to beat us. We just ain't finna just lay down and say, oh well, you're a high level. Like, nah, you gonna have to just straight beat us before you take that W.
Absolutely. Hey, listen, great minds think alike. That was something that Coach Powell has said as well. We respect everybody, but we ain't scared of nobody.
Yeah, man.
And the thing that I love about the competition within women's softball is that you can tell. It's the camaraderie and the continuity that you see on the bench. It's the chants. It's the support that they give. Whether they're in the game or not. And when you talk about playing up, last year you said it was only you guys in Fort Valley. This year is you guys, Fort Valley, Virginia State, Bowie State. You got the SWAC, you got the MEAC. I think it's a total of 23 teams.
Yeah.
What part about the Invitational are you most excited about participating in? And what are your goals for the tournament this year?
I'm really excited that it's a safe space for majority of the HBCU softball programs to be in one location. because it brings everybody in one spot. That gives the fans multiple teams to look at. They're like, yo, I always want to watch them play. Now you have that opportunity just to
Yeah.
see in everybody play. Like we at one complex, and then it's another. The other part is at a different complex, but they say it's like right down the street. So it brings everybody together. It's like a whole culture thing. Like HBCU softball is culture, it's energy, it's the chance, it's all of it. Like you just don't know, and then softball as a whole just growing
Yeah.
itself brings more spotlight. So now I think the biggest part for me, it gives everybody who's looking to get recruited to be
Yeah.
in one to really see like, do I really want to play for them? Like, can I play up to that level? And you'll see
Right.
good competition because it's like everybody's coming with their A game with that because now we are all in one spot.
When you challenge your team, to play at a level where it's supposed to be a notch above yours, and regardless of win and losses, but when you see your team fight and compete, what does that say to you as a coach about your team?
It shows everything, the grit, as they say. My players would say when recruits come, like, what do it take to be a Lady Panther? They're like, you got to have that dog in you. Like,
Yeah.
it shows that they can bring it out. It shows that when we play on that level, like, this is your full potential.
Yeah.
So now it lets me know you can really play to this level. So when we have our days and we playing down, you already showed me what you could do because you stepped up to the
Yeah.
competition. So let's never step down because of you feel the other team we playing against not good enough. It's you're doing the same thing we're doing. We're playing up, they're playing up. So
Yeah.
they look at us like if they can play with us, we good. So you have to have that same mentality all the way around. Like you can't take nobody lightly. Like that's when you get beat.
when you overlook an opponent, you let down your guard, you become laxed and relaxed, and that's when the upset starts to happen. Since taking over the Panthers in 2022-2023 year, what are the key cultural and competitive foundations that you focused on?
With me, my background military, so I brought a lot of my military structure with me of how I run the program. Just always on time, being accountable, owning any and everything. If you make a mistake, own up to it, because that's what we're
Yeah.
looking for. Ability, knowing that you got to put in that extra work. Just being able to gel and work hard. Like they know I'm gonna push you to that level, but they also know I'm gonna care on a whole nother level. Also, you just gotta show me that you're gonna give me your all, and you'll get the same thing back from me. So it's like it's a give and take. How culture here, and as they say, my team is very spoiled, so they get so much gear, uniforms, man. Like because I feel like they're working and they're earning it. Like we're putting
Yeah.
in the doing what we need to. So to me, it's like you got to reward the good, and
Yeah.
when you address it, and we work on it to get you back to the good. So it just keeps them dry because it's like we're playing with it's a female sport. You have to keep them going. It's why do I want to keep playing? Why do I want to keep playing for you? Like
Yeah.
what are you doing to make me say, "Yep, this is the place I want to be. This is the coach I want to play for." So it's like that give and take and then just listening to it. And then the other side of it is like I'm big on that mental health side. So
Mm.
something we did, what I did this year, and it wasn't even something that was supposed to blow up the way it did. I gave
Yeah.
everybody wristbands. So like these bands here. So
Okay.
it's three sets. The pitchers and catchers have a set, the infielders have a set, the outfielders have a set. And what the band is a buy-in band, but it's also a mental health band. If my
Mm.
players don't have on a band, I automatically think they're going through something. So what I do
Wow.
is when I see it, you can tell me something's going on, or you just keep it to yourself. But it also lets me know when you're having a bad practice. All right, well, she's dealing with something. It's okay. But they have
Yeah.
2 days to be nonverbal. On that second day, I'm like, hey, what's going on? Like, you good? Like, do you need to
Yeah.
talk? What or what? And they also have that free way to say, Coach, I'm just having a bad day. Like, can I take a day off? Yes, you
Yeah.
could. But after that second day, we got to level it up, and then they put the
Yeah.
band back on. But it also helps your teammates know, hey, she might be dealing with something. She don't got the band on. Like, let's be cautious of what it is, but they also, what we did, another team bonding, they learned how to communicate with each other. They learn to who's in what color. Like it's random. You might hear they be like, "Hey, orange," is because they know what color each other are and how to communicate with them and how to respond with them when they're in certain situations. So it's easier to deal with those things, but that's a non-verbal way of
Yeah.
knowing, hey, I'm struggling today. And the same thing with me. So like they know I wear my bands, but if I don't have it on, they be like, Coach Ricky, you okay?
Yeah. I like that, man, because that's one of the things that often don't talk about a lot is the mental health side of it, which is the main and the one of the most important components of self, and it allows the support system around you on the softball team. So when you acknowledge or recognize that someone's not wearing a particular color, it gives you that safe space. Like when you talk about, HBCU softball tournament, is to be able to go to that teammate and check on them. That's that accountability that they hold within each other. Yeah, hey, listen, if you got any more bands, I'm good to, you go ahead and slide your boy a couple.
When I see you, some extras.
Yeah, man. So I like that, man. That's major because a lot of times we talk about, and you alluded to it earlier, and I might miss one, but you talked about, the 6 a.m., their classes, the practice, the individuals, then the team, then study hall. That's a lot to for the young ladies. I don't think a lot of people understand. You're like the fourth softball coach that has detailed out the strategy and the schedule, which is very dueling. And mental health plays a lot in that because that's a lot on them. Because nowhere in there did I hear, this is for self, right? Because once you go from schoolwork, you're back to softball. And then from softball, you're back to schoolwork and vice versa. So those bracelets is a good self-awareness, but also a good team awareness that allows the team to understand and come together and say, hey, it's okay for us to take that moment and take that step back. But this is how we're going to be here for each other. I'm dealing with what you're dealing with. Let's talk about it together. I think that's major, Coach. I like that. That's dope. Congratulations on that.
Appreciate it. Yeah, it was just, I don't know, man. It was just something I was thinking about. I was like, I need to give them a non-verbal way to say, Coach, I'm not okay right now.
Right. I mean, but you did say your military background. I'm pretty sure, when you say a lot of those things that you've learned from the military, and I don't know if that's one of them, but mental health, I'm pretty sure in the military, it got to be a checkpoint, to make sure, hey, are you still with us?
Yeah.
Or, hey, let's check in. So, yeah, I definitely get it.
Yeah,
Coach,
that's how
I'm
I
sorry,
do
go
it.
ahead.
Yeah, that's just how I do it. And it works.
Yeah.
It just because a lot of the fear is letting somebody know I'm not okay. Cause
Yeah.
like nobody wants to be judged of like, I ain't feeling good, I'm dealing with that, or don't want to hear like, oh well, get past it. Like, so I know that's like the biggest fear. And then like I even
Yeah.
team like, hey, like I go through therapy. Like I've been in therapy since I got out the military. So it's like I'm okay, but it lets you know like I'm no better than you. It's cool. We all have those days. We all need to be able to reset and have those outlets.
Keyword is reset. Reset. Um, when you talk about reset, pivoting a little bit is, you talked about how you have more upperclassmen this year, more seniors and juniors, and you talk about the growth process, and kind of talked about for the last 4 years, it has been Claflin, and it has been Bowie State for the last 4 years consecutively. Um, is Bowie State and Claflin, and no disrespect or no shade to the other CIAA schools because they're all good competition. But when you look at the last 4 years, at the end of the day, it's been Claflin and it's been Bowie State. Is Claflin and Bowie State, are they at the top and then it trickles down?
The way, hey, what do you say? We respect everybody. So it has been that, and it's one of those. Who's gonna figure out how to pull it out in the end?
Yeah.
that's really what's been happening when it gets to the playoffs. Like somehow, some way, Bowie finds a way to score that one run they need to make it. Somehow, some way, we find it at the end just to get to the championship. Like it's just one of those. And like every time we play Bowie, when you say a good game, it's never a blowout. You don't know how it's gonna go, and you really just gotta play the full game. And it's one of those. Honestly, what it goes down to, when talent and talent meet each other, something else got to kick in to win it at the end.
Yeah,
And you got to give them their respect. Like they three peats. Like they've been figuring it out how to pull it out at the end.
yeah,
Even last year's championship game, like when we beat them to go to game two, and it was like a battle all the way to the end. But at the end of the seventh inning, is that's what you're gonna expect. So it's just one of those. Who's gonna pull it out at the end? Like who's gonna find it within their self to make that crucial play to win the game?
absolutely. And real quick, take a pause. Want to definitely give a shout out to Coach Amari, Benedict College softball coach. Looking forward to having you on again this year. I know you was last year, your first year. We got it in. About to see you this in Atlanta in another couple weeks as well. So definitely looking forward to Amari joining us before we make our way to Atlanta. When you talk about the championships, Coach, what lessons do you think? Because you talked about your seniors and your juniors, and the taste and the experience. What comes from that, from a player perspective, lesson wise, that you want to see carry over, but not just carry over to stay, but to grow, but then to pass down to all those who are coming up at in Claflin program as well.
I think it's more so of one competing at a high level. When everybody know playoff softball is completely different from regular season softball. Like it's high intense, nonstop. But getting to the championship, like the last 2 years, of course, I've been coaching it. It's been that mental setback right after a delay. It's
Yeah,
like we're good until we have that delay, and it's like being able to get back focused and get right back on the mission. Not
yeah,
you can't like take long to get back on. Really just got to come in and go straight into it. So I think it's more so the team know this year is more so of that mental preparedness. Like no matter what, we have to stay focused. Like we can't let nothing take us out of the mission. We have to complete the mission. Like even if we're up, it was the same way. We was up, and they just came back and got three good hits, and they took the lead. So it's like the game can change at any given moment once
mhm,
you lose that type of focus. So it's like, hey, I gotta stay focused. I gotta execute. I gotta make the plays just to go to the next level because the other team is thinking the same thing. It's
yeah.
all mental, and then being able to go back to what you've been doing in practice. Reps, reps, reps. Make the simple plays, not overthinking it, just keeping it simple.
Looking ahead to the season after the tournament, what are your main expectations and areas of emphasis once the team returns back and gets onto that normal schedule?
I feel like it's gonna be more so just staying consistent. We always talk about consistent. We've been working hard on the same stuff over and over. So it's like that mental rep of like most athletes like feel like I got to do a million things just to be good. Nah, you
Right.
do the same reps to where you're training. This is what it feels like when I'm hitting the ball good. This is what it feels like when I feel the ball good. This is what it feels like when I throw the ball good. Keep doing the same thing over and over. So now when they get in the game, it should be easy. Like this is repetition. Like this is easy play. So like we always talk about now I tell my team, I'm gonna push you hard in practice. So
Yeah.
when we get to the game, it should be easy. The game should go slow to you because we're doing so much and so competitive in practice and just doing competition type things. Just working hard. So when we get to the tournament, once we get to the tournament, and then after the tournament, we actually go to Alabama State tournament the following weekend. So we play
Mm.
another competitive tournament right after Georgia. So my team is they going up get some hard competitors. The main one I looked at when we doing the Alabama State tournament, we got Alabama A&M, South Carolina State again, Tuskegee. We got Lincoln, Jackson State. So that's going to be another tough schedule for my team.
When you talk about routine, you're talking about the repetition is, when you're in the infield is, are you keeping your butt down and fielding the ball, not coming up too quickly, filling the pop, are you rotating? Are you releasing the ball at the right angle? Or in the outfield, are you taking that step back first thing coming up to not letting the ball go over your head or, and, whether it's the batting, etc. But like you said, repetition is doing it over and over. So when you get into the game, it's a natural thing to where now the game is more situational awareness. Where am I supposed to go with the ball? It's a run on first and third. I got one out. So when you look at your team now, and what unique identity or style would you like Claflin softball to be known for?
We're going to out-hit you. That's the identity I'm looking for this season. When you playing against us, you can be like, they're going to hit the ball. They're going to do everything they're supposed to on the offense, and they're not going to stop. They're not going to let up. So you got to figure out how to stop them. That's the identity I'm looking for my team to have. Anytime we play anybody, I want them to like, hey, they're going to hit.
Yeah.
No matter what, they're going to hit the ball.
And again, Coach, I appreciate you, man, and good luck to the Panthers. I look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks. And just another pullback, because I don't want anyone to think that we were taking shots or I took shots or, Coach took shots. Basically, it was just, emphasizing that for the last 4 years in the CIAA, it's been Claflin and it's been Bowie State in the championship. So it'd be naive to think that when it comes to the teams to beat in the CIAA, Claflin and Bowie State, are at the top of that list to get to where these two teams have been for the last 4 years. And again, I look forward to seeing you at the HBCU College Invitational in Atlanta. And good luck the rest of the season. And we definitely want to chop it up again as the season go along. And I would love if you, wouldn't mind, lending me 2 players where I can, do an interview with them and not only just continue to highlight Claflin's softball program, but also highlight them as young women in sports and, to give them their accolades and their flowers as well now. So the work that they've done, a lot of work goes on behind the scenes, a lot of hours that is put in, a lot of practice hours, a lot of mental hours. So I want to definitely give that love as well.
Yeah, definitely. Because, like, the biggest thing, like, one of the other parts that we harp on is we want to continue being the highest GPA sport here. So that's been the on goal. And we, of course, the female sports take the hardest majors. And yet we're still beating everybody in team GPA. So it ain't even just on the field. Like, we're competing on all across the board. We have the most athletes with 4.0 GPAs. And that's like a pride thing, like, because what are you going to do after school? So it's like your job here is to graduate either early or on time and compete at a higher level in the softball field.
Again, shout out to Claflin University and their student athletes for being students first and athletes second, and continue all the success in the classroom, success on the field. This year is a new year. Let's see what happens. See if it's Claflin and Bowie State in the championship again this year, and and if so, see if this is the year that Claflin can get over that hump.
Yeah, man.
Well, I appreciate you guys. I know what it is. It's your boy Pitts Sports Zone, Pitts and Push Sports Talk Radio, Bowie TV, Claflin University coach, head softball coach Ricky Holden. Thank you guys for joining us on this Monday. Enjoy the rest of your evening.